Day 2 on geometry and algebra stuff. So here's our deal. When we're doing these, and I'm going to keep referring back to the note sheet so we can kind of see how this works, I went ahead and I did the first one on here for you. Because I noticed before I started, and let me cover this up so we can kind of see where all this came from. I noticed at the start, I had this straight line, I had 2 angles that made it. And I go, wait a minute, that looks familiar. I've seen something like that before. Oh wait, I have. Okay, these 2 make a straight line. They add up to 180. And we've done an example down here. So here, what's that? Okay. See, this is why we need to try and we're starting with stuff. Here's the packet we were doing yesterday. Okay, we're on the inside of that, where it says food for thought up at the top. Yeah, see, you were in the right spot. No. So, again, we're sort of taking a peek here at what we're actually up to. So, when we're doing these, if I know those 2 add up to 180, my job is going to be to put together the like terms. So I want to add these 2 things together and have them equal 180, because that's what supplementary angles are. So I go, okay, what's a like? Well, I got 3e, and there's another 1. So I'd have 4e. But then I got to be careful, because I do want to put those numbers together, but the 32's got a minus or a negative with it. So again, here, if the whole adding and subtracting positives and negatives isn't your strength, okay, well, let the calculator help us out. Shoot, might as well use the tools that are available. So negative 32 plus 16. Okay?
Whoa.
So minus 16. You know, get the calculator out of the way. Equals 180. And now it's just like the stuff that most of you rock out on when we do the quizzes and stuff. You can do the 2-step equations. I want to get 4e alone. How do I undo this? Plus 16. So 4e equals 196. And then we divide by 4. Okay? And then we get the answer. Now, here's the part, though, that I got to be careful on, because most of the time we're content. We get x or e or whatever the variable is. We've got the answer, and we go about our business. But when we're dealing with these angles, I still got to know how big the angles are. So this is where I kind of let you into what I'm up to. If e is 49, and this angle is 3e minus 32, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the e's value, 49, in where e goes. So 3 times 49 minus 32. And then if you want to let the calculator do it, that's fine. I don't care. As long as you know where to plug in the numbers, that's what I'm worried about. And the same thing's going on here. It's e plus 16. E is 49. And I'm going to add 16 to it, because those 2 numbers should equal up to 180 if I add them, and they do. So, I mean, it kind of gives you reinforcement right at the start with things. Okay? And the only thing I got to watch out for is what these are going to equal to, because I'm going to always be adding them up. So I look at the next one. How many degrees are there in a triangle? I think I heard it.
180.
180. Right here. See? Note sheet. Good thing. Okay? So if these all add up to 180, so 2t plus 6 plus t plus 13 plus another t plus 13, okay? That's going to equal 180, because we know that's what the triangle's angles add up to. But again, I got to find the stuff that goes together. So I got 2 t's, and I got another one here and another one here. How many t's do we have? 4. All right. Oh dear. So 6 and 13 and 13.
32.
Nice.
That was good.
That was quick. I'm with you. So now again, we want to undo the plus 32. Stay focused. How do I undo that plus 32? Subtract it. Okay. See, I've got you guys that are experts at this stuff, and you just refuse to be. I don't understand why. But that's why you've got some of the notes and examples, so we got to get you guys to relax. A test is nothing more than like a somewhat timed homework assignment. Y'all can do that. So divide by 4. Let's see what we get here. T is going to be 37. Okay. Now, we like that we got T as 37. That's good. But I need to know what the angles are. That's what these blanks are here for.
I know them all.
You know them all?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. So what are they all?
80, 50, 50.
Okay.
You're so smart.
And that's right, because here, T is 30. I know, and today it's all good. See, that can happen for any of you. So here, it's 37 plus 13, which is 50.
And that one's the other one's 50.
Right, because it's the same thing. I'm with you.
And that one's 30.
And it is, because 2 times 37 plus 6 would be 74 plus 6, which is 80, and they add up to 180. Well, I shouldn't have had that out for you guys, actually. You don't need the graph paper. Yeah. No.
I forgot to grab what was up there.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have had the graph paper out up there.
I'll take it.
Okay. Now, the one other type of problem on here, because notice the first two have both been equal 180.
Wait, I'm going to do. But I don't know what it equals.
Oh, let's.
90.
Right angles are 90.
So it's 90.
That's a right angle. So these are going to equal 90. I'm still going to put them together. Can we do something? Can we change that O into an X, please? Because I hate putting the O's in, because then everybody thinks it's 40. So I'm turning these into X.
You didn't make these?
Huh? Some things I made. This particular one, no, I got from somebody else.
What, Taylor?
Copycat.
I am it sometimes. It's true.
Smell like baby love.
It's true. It's true. Thank you. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the 4x minus 28. Stay focused, because that's when you're all at your best. It's when you kind of go in and out that we kind of have some times.
I need some German.
You're germy. Okay. All right. When I combine like terms, how many x's am I going to have?
That's
5.
Yeah, 28.
You gonna have 5 X?
I am going to have 5 x's.
4, 9,
13, yes. All right, so I got 5 x's. I agree. What's negative 28 plus 13 going to get me?
What? Where'd you get negative? Oh, never mind. I haven't
That's
played.
thank you.
Negative 15, thank you.
Feels like a baby's body.
And now again, we're back into doing what we do. Which for some of you is doing this, and for some of you is going back. Plus 15, all right.
All right.
All right.
Angles 105.
Okay?
Divided by
Divided by 5,
equals
21. Okay. So now, I got to figure out my angles. So I look and I go, okay, this one just says x plus 13.
34.
It is, because 21 plus 13 is 34. And then I just plug in this one for the other one.
That's 56.
Okay?
I do not have
Plug that in and I'm good.
Give me some.
So that's how these are going to work, okay, on this side. You're like, uh-oh, this side. There must be one more side coming. There is. So I look at this and I go, okay, so if it makes a straight line or is a triangle, it equals 180. And I got that on my note sheet too. If it's a right angle, it equals 21. Well, let's see what's going on in the back here. On the very back of the packet here.
Oh, I see.
This one's actually easier than what the inside is.
Is the rest of this going to be homework?
Okay, hang on. I'm going to find a way to trim this down some. Just patience. Okay, on the back, they're all triangles. So what do they all add up to every time? 180. So what I'm going to do on these is I'm just going to take whatever's here and add it up to 180. So here I've got 45 and 46 and x, but it's got to add up to 180. So I'm like, okay, 45 and 46 is 91. So, cool, x is just itself. So, let's see. How do I undo that positive 91? Minus the 91. I know, room is a little, hey, I just found a use for the graph paper some of y'all picked up. If you need some room, there it is. Hey, that worked out kind of good. So it's going to equal 89. Now, if some of you are concerned with room, here's a way we can save some room too. Let's do one more here. It's kind of strange. Let's do like number 4 here. If I want to save myself a little room, I can combine my like terms while they're up in the triangle still. So I've got 4x's and 3x's is 7, and one more is 8x.
Plus 4.
And then, yep, because I got a positive 12 and a negative 8 would be plus 4 equals 180. And then I just got to do my 2 steps, so I can squeeze that in here. Let's see. What do I have to do first? Subtract the 4. Because we always undo what's farthest away.
Equals 176.
Okay. So 8x is 176.
It's 20.
And I'm told it's 22. How'd you get 22?
Because I divided it by 8.
Because you divided by 8. Okay. So if x equals 22, here's what I know. This angle is plane old x. So there's 22. When I get up here, it says 3x plus 12. Okay, I'm going to replace the x with 22. 66 and 12 is 78. I agree. And then here it's 4x, so 4 times 22 minus 8, which is going to be 80. And the nice thing with this one is the answers are actually down at the bottom, so hopefully you get one that matches because, well, those are the answers. Huh? 78's not on there.
But you should go for x.
Yeah, I think they're just doing them for x values down there at the bottom. Just seeing what they've got. So, here's what we're going to do now. So we got this first packet from yesterday. We need to... No, you don't have to put the degrees. Okay? Here's how the priority is going to work today on this. This packet we've just been working on that we started yesterday, remember, this is the last assignment in the homework check for tomorrow. Okay? Just a reminder, if you didn't mark it as such, okay, this is homework check 4. This is number 4, our more perimeters. So that's one thing, okay? This is the priority. Yep, this is number 4. So, what we're going to do today to kind of add in, because we're going to kind of keep spiraling these over. The one that goes along with what we just did on that back part, okay, this is going to be homework check number 5, the first one that we're doing. Okay, so this one will actually end up being due next week, but you're going to find out that there's a lot of similarities to this one, but here's the part you're going to like. You only have to do the evens in this one. Only the evens, which means, let's see how many that means. 12 problems in this packet. I know it seems like it could be huge and more, but it's not. You only have to do the evens on this one to get your credit on things. So here's what we're going to do. We're even going to put a couple of notes on this one so you don't have to keep flipping back to the note sheet. How many degrees is that right angle again? 90. Okay, so we know that. And if I have 2 angles that make a straight line, what do they add up to? 180. And how many degrees are in a triangle? 180. So when I get down here, all I'm doing, and some of you are like, well, wait a minute. In number 1, there's not even an X anywhere. What's the deal with that? Well, if we see a blank spot here, I'm just going to put one in. because I know the whole thing's 90. And I know the pieces that I have are x and 30. Oh, it's going to be a quick one. Minus the 30. And that is actually the angle that I'm looking for, 60. Okay? Now, I don't want to get accused of just doing the easy ones. So let's go down to, well, I'm even going to get accused of not doing the homework ones. Let's go to 4. I'll do a homework one. I don't care. All right, let's do 4. Now, same thing. Going to equal 90. But we've got some like terms to put together this time. How many n's do I have to work with? 10.
What if we did the other one?
Oh, you do the odds too?
Yeah.
I can put some extra credit in on that if you want to do the odds too. I'm in on that. What's that? Okay, so let's solve this. What do I have to do to get n alone? Subtract 10, thank you. I agree, 80. So then what's n going to equal?
8.
8. Absolutely. Now, here's the part that I got to be a little more watchful of. Okay, the measure of angle RST. Okay, so it's my 7n minus 10 that I'm working with here. Oh, excuse me, 7n plus 10. I'm going to plug the n in, plug the 8 in for it. That's 56 plus 10? 66. Nicely done. And then TSP,
What is M?
M just stands for the measure. What's the angle measure? So right, for the whole thing it's 90, but for this TSP part, it's going to be whatever 3n equals.
That's 24.
And that's 24, because I replaced the n with the 8. And 66 plus 24 is 90, so I did it right. But there's always the parts to it. Build the equation, figure out the variable, and plug it in. So let's see if anything else in here looks... Well, hang on. I want to see if anything in here looks too terribly awful compared to what we've been doing here. Okay, so those have been the same as the ones we've been doing. Let's see. Let's get one more in here. Any of these look... See, I don't think any of these look different than any of those we've been doing. They don't. I'm serious. I'm trying to find something that looks different. I don't see anything that looks different. Yeah, I don't see anything that looks different. Oh,
10 and 20.
this one? Or, well, let's see. So I've got 2x plus 50, and it's that one, so it's 90. All right. So what would I have to do first? Subtract the 50. I'm with you. Okay. Perfect. So my x value is going to be 20,
Oh, I did right.
and then that's 2. Yep. I don't have to divide anything. Here, I know what x is. I just got to plug that number in. So 2 times 20 is 40. That's where you were getting this. I was wondering where your 10 was coming from. I see what you did there. Okay. Yeah, once we solve for x, we don't have to do any more dividing. Everything's going to be adding and multiplying. Okay? And again, this will be the first one in homework check number 5. Okay. Now, if you still need to finish up any of the things in homework check 4, okay? Again, the list is back there on the back board. Look for those things. Try to get those done so when you come in tomorrow, you're ready, because it stinks when you don't have something done and then it turns into half credit later.
Do it right now.
You could just work on it right now if you wanted to. Make sure those are done, because then when you walk in tomorrow, it's like, this is easy. Staple, write a couple answers, turn it into me. Life's easy. Save you some time. So let me get this.